Hey guys, SpacePigguArt here, and today I'm doing a watercolour, and also it's fan art. Yeah. So after seeing the new trailers for Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, I was very much inspired to paint Rowlet. I think it's Rowlet. Yeah. He's just a cute little round owl, and he's so adorable. And yeah, I know he gets a lot more, or it gets a lot more love than the other starters have had so far. But look at him. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just using watercolors, painting them. I already sketched it out because I was a little bit worried that it would take too long and it would just add a whole lot of nothing to the video. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of putting in base colors. I add a lot on top of them. I do quite a few layers. At least for me, I usually just do a layer and call it done. I'm not very patient with watercolors, which isn't ideal, but you know. If you see me reaching up to fiddle up at the top of that, that's just a screen I had to have a reference picture, and in true tablet fashion it kept trying to turn off, so I had to keep poking it. But yeah, just painting. There's not a huge amount to say. I try to add some variation, but it all kind of, I don't know, it finishes looking pretty good, but at this point it was just so light that it didn't really make much difference what I did. But yeah, so I tried to do this rubbing out pencil lines as I went. As you can see, I'm very light and I'm very careful, but I still managed to mess up the wing on the right, which is a real shame, and it means that just the colours bleed the whole thing for the whole rest of the painting after I screw it up, which I think you see very soon. But yeah, it's a real shame, but yeah, mistakes happen. I was just a little bit too hasty, I guess. But yeah, here I'm just mixing up a nice light green colour to do his little bow tie and the insides of his wings, because you know, it's green because he's a grass type. Yeah. So yeah, I really like how this. Yeah, that's where I messed it up, and I'm so annoyed. I should have waited longer. Should have let it dry properly, but I was impatient. But yeah, despite that, I am really happy with how this ended up coming out. It looks pretty sweet. I mean, it's the most adorable Pokemon I've seen in a while, so, you know, couldn't have gone that badly just because he's adorable. But yeah. I'm tempted to do the other two as well, just because then I'll have a nice set of them, but I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I guess I'll see if this does well and decide from there. But yeah. That green also, I darken it up quite a bit, partially accidentally because I added some, I think it's, I want to say phthalo blue maybe, or green. I'm not entirely sure what the colour's called, but it makes it quite a bit darker. Yeah, you can see it there. I mean, this is like a very light layer, so it doesn't change it that much, but yeah, and I'm going a little bit not quite out of frame here. I do end up moving my palette over because, yeah, there we go. Because it wasn't the best idea to have the picture all the way over to the side. That was kind of dumb of me. But hey, and here I'm just trying to figure out how to deal with the thing that I messed up, and even when the paint is dry it all bleeds and but yeah. So here I'm just adding some of a more pinky colour to try and add a little bit more variation. Going over again with the darker colour to make it darker. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm so angry about that wing, I really am, but life goes on, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, I try and make sure I make the little feet and the beak definitely darker than the rest of the body, because they are darker, but yeah, I think it turns out reasonably well, but at this point they look pretty similar, which is a bit annoying, but hey. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm fiddling with here. Oh, I think I'm mixing a grey colour to use for the bottom half, as you can see there. It was really just to make it stand out a little bit against the paper, because I didn't want it to be dark, but I didn't want it to just be white, because I felt like that would be kind of boring. So I actually managed to mix a colour that was kind of grey, which is difficult because you can see I'm only working with a tiny palette and I've just got primary colours pretty much, then a few extras, but yeah. Here I decided to outline just generally using watercolour. I do like how it looks. It's pretty cute. It still bleeds a little bit. I need to be more patient with watercolours. I think that's my problem. I'm just too impatient at the moment. And that's the other wing messing up. Not the other. This one goes terribly. This one just bleeds out horrendously, and but yeah, we live and learn, I suppose. It still turns out really cute, but yeah, just doing watercolor stuff, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, I use like a dark brownish color that I already had in my palette, luckily, to do the outlines, because mixing like a good neutral brown is kind of tough, but this one's nice, and I'm sad that I've run out of it now since it was just mixed up in the palette, but you know. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just outlining the whole thing. I end up doing the eyes in this color as well, so it's nice and kind of pastel-y looking. Yeah, there isn't a huge amount more to say really, but I've got a bit more time, so I guess I'll try and keep it going. Yeah, I do really like how this turned out. Have I said that? I might have done, but yeah, he's really cute and really small, and but yeah, if you liked, you know, like, comment, subscribe, tell me which starter you like most. I don't know. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye!